Hey everybody, Yankee here. Even though it's Sunday, I want to take some time and address a comment that I got from a viewer today, a hurtful comment. It seems like this person doesn't like me very much. They took exception with something I had said about Kel-Tec, and in another video, they came on and they made a comment saying that I was, well, they said I was all kinds of things, but the one thing that struck me the most is that I was a bougie gun collector. That I didn't know anything about guns. I didn't shoot guns, even though I have a range on my property. I was just someone who collected them because I was wealthy and I could. Well, one, that's really far off the mark, the wealthy thing. But the part of that I think was even further off the mark was the bougie part. I think that's funny that someone would call me bougie, considering that this picture in the upper corner here is what I usually look like on any given day. So I think the words deranged or homeless might be appropriate, but bougie, I don't think so. Here's the thing, it's not bougie to refuse to recommend guns that you don't think are safe, and I don't think Kel-Tecs are safe. I've covered that in many videos. And it's something I don't feel like I need to continue covering right here because that would be a video of its own. But I want to deal with this notion that if someone's a collector, because they used collector along with bougie as a negative connotation word, something that they were accusing me of being. And I am a collector. I collect a lot of things. I collect guns. I collect Disney porcelains. I collect Bigfoot stuff. I collect all kinds of things. I collect comic books. So I am a collector by nature. I have an obsessive compulsive personality, so it makes me a perfect collector. But being a collector doesn't mean you don't shoot. Like I said, I have a range on my property. I shoot all the time. Just because I don't feel the need to show you edited videos where it looks like I have perfect form and do everything right every time and that I can miraculously hit the same target that I've shot at 1,000 times before just to make myself look special. I don't feel the need to do that. Doesn't mean I don't shoot. I shoot all the time. That was stupid. I shoot more than 90% of anybody on the internet, I guarantee it. Because most people don't shoot much at all. They don't have the option of just walking down into their backyard and shooting like I do. So that's ridiculous that just because someone does collect that they don't shoot. Because here's the thing. A lot of people who really appreciate guns to an extreme level do collect because they see each one as a piece of art. And they also know that no one gun does everything. So people that are really into firearms and want to cover every base, they're going to own at least a dozen guns. Just because there's no one gun that can do everything. And just understanding that and still also liking them to the point where you collect them. And by the way, I bought most of these back when I was a lot wealthier. Back when I was flipping houses and had a full-time job. I used to have a full-time job. I don't recommend it. It's horrible working, every day. I'd rather be poor and have my days off than I would work every day. But that's a different topic altogether. Like I say, I am lazy. I don't like to work. But I'm not one of those, everybody pull themselves up by the bootstraps. I'm more of a, hey, I just wish I could live in a commune where I didn't do nothing and someone fed me grapes all day. That ain't going to happen, I don't think. Well, fingers crossed. But like I was saying, just because someone collects doesn't mean they know something about guns. And just because someone shows you, like I said, edited videos of them at the range, making them look like they know what they're doing, doesn't mean they know what they're doing or that they know anything about guns. You should stop playing this game of, like, if someone cares what a gun looks like, they obviously don't know what guns are for. That's that kind of mentality. And it's ridiculous. And I find that it's usually from people that don't really know much about guns. It's from the people who think every gun should be a Glock and every Glock should be 9mm, that kind of mindset. Well, that kind of person doesn't understand, most of what guns are used for. Because if they say something that ridiculous, like I said, that's just not the case. So this whole notion that just because you collect means you don't know nothing about guns, it's silly. And just because you shoot and you show video of you shooting that you know more than someone else, that's ridiculous. There are some channels that show themselves shooting every time they do a video. And I guarantee you, they wouldn't know how to replace a sear if their life depended on it. They probably wouldn't even be able to find it in their gun if you took it apart for them. So stop playing that game. Stop being fooled by people. It just makes you look ignorant. I know a lot of people like to repeat stuff like that they heard because they think it makes them sound like a tough guy. To say, doesn't matter what a gun looks like, it's a tool that I use to defend myself against bad guys. And you think that makes you sound like you know something about guns. To me, it just makes you sound like you're short-sighted and you're repeating things you heard on the internet. So, like I said, I just wanted to address that whole thing that you're bougie, because that couldn't be further from the truth just because I don't like unsafe guns and won't recommend them to people. I'll recommend guns that aren't safe to people if they're not being represented as carry guns or defense guns. If it's just for the range, fine. I don't care what you do. But I don't recommend guns I think are unsafe as carry guns. That's why I don't like Kel-Tec. That's the short version of why I don't like Kel-Tec. And as far as being a collector and don't know anything and don't shoot because I'm a collector, well, I am a collector. But like I said, I guarantee you, I shoot way more than you ever have, and I don't just mean into your mother.
Pinkers!